For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 10 of Season 4 here in the Career Mode Road to Glory. We're already in double figures for this 4th season, and it feels like yesterday we were ending the championship year and we're almost at the halfway stage in this season already. We have Newcastle, Liverpool and Swansea today, and that will take us up to Christmas Eve, where in tomorrow's episode we'll play Burnley, Manchester United and Everton, and that will take us up to the January transfer window. So I think today you guys need to start hitting me up with transfer suggestions. You know what the squad looks like. I may do a squad report before the window, but I doubt I'll need to. What I might do in tomorrow's episode is just quickly run through the team. Not do a squad report, but show you how many players and who we've got and what their ratings are in each position, so you can accurately give me suggestions for positions that we do genuinely need to strengthen. And this is the starting 11 that we have right now. Lozano up top with Navarrete behind Greco and Jedos on the right-hand side currently, because he's actually grown a little bit more. So, unfortunately for him, Alessandrini has found his first-team spot taken by Jedos presently, so he's dropped to the bench. Loftus-Cheek and Benyat still in those holding roles. Roussillon, Clark, Salter, Sanchez and Halliday along the back line with Cooper there in goal. So, we actually have a side that is definitely a top half Premier League team by the overall ratings. An 87 rated and 84 rated player alongside another couple of players that are in the 80s now as well, and the rest of the squad are all in the mid to late 70s. So Joel Osoro is even up to 81 rated now. So the side is very, very good. Yes, we've only just come up from the Championship, but the team is good enough to compete at this level, clearly, because after 12 games, we find ourselves sat in 3rd in the table with 8 wins from the opening 12 games, and we've only conceded 6 goals in those 12 games. Today, though, we will find ourselves tested away from home against Newcastle, who are having a decent season themselves, sat in 6th. Liverpool are obviously Liverpool, high-scoring team, and Swansea tend to struggle, but I think earlier on this season, they actually had a decent start. It may have fallen away a little bit, and indeed it has. They're down in 16th now, unfortunately for them. But Liverpool were on the rise. They're now back down in 14th. But it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch. And Newcastle could very much close the gap on us should they win this game against us here away from home at St James's Park. So we'll have to see how we get on today. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more videos. Follow me on Twitter. There's a link in the description down below. And we'll head up to the northeast. Lozano into Navarrete, in there to Benyat, Benyat through to Lozano, to Loftus-Cheek, poke that out wide here for Greco, dink it in, and Lozano's there, 1-0 Cambridge. What a move to start the game off. He came very close to scoring a header at the very beginning of one of yesterday's games, and today he has actually found the back of the net. Darlow unlucky, it was just too powerful for him, couldn't react in time. It was just above his head, couldn't get his arms to it. We lead very early on. Greco, throw that back in there to Roussillon, across to Navarrete. We'll go in there to Lozano and then help it on its way to Jedos, who could get around the outside here. Shot in, but unfortunately over the top. Newcastle can't seem to cope with us right now. 13 minutes in, still 1-0. Jedos into Navarrete. Poke there to Loftus-Cheek, and Greco is in here. It wasn't meant for him, but he's turned inside. Greco, good save by Carl Darlow. Gouffran will get it away via Grant Hanley. Really good save by Carl Darlow there. Another good opportunity for us, and by Niang up top for Newcastle here, but they haven't really been able to use him at all so far in this game. It's been all one-way action. Get this back out wide here to Greco again, and I'll try and turn inside, but I've run straight into the Lascelles. I couldn't really make my mind up with what to do with the ball there. Never mind. 1-0, 20 minutes in. Jedos. Lozano making the run, but I'll go this way. Loftus-Cheek. There's Benyat. Greco, unfortunately, not really making any moves. To tell you who is making a move, Bradley Halliday on this right-hand side. And what a ball from Benyat. The cross comes in. It's a really good one. And Navarrete is there for an extravagant finish to make it 2-0. What was the defender in front of him doing? I thought the defender was going to cut that out, but I pressed shoot anyway, just in case. And Jamal Lascelles just misjudges the flight of it, I think. But what technique from Navarrete. It's unbelievable. What a volley. to make it 2-0, proving every bit worth the 87 rating that he's got right now. His 4th goal of the Premier League season. We're 2-0 up after half an hour. Shadows. Oh, it nearly works against Haidara, but he was able to tackle me in the end. Mo Diame cutting through. That's a free kick, isn't it? Yeah, I may have tripped him there. Let's have a look at the free kick. It's going to be on Bai Niang to take it. He's shooting. It was at the right height. Had that been on target, I don't think Cooper would have gotten anywhere near it. Unfortunately for Niang, it was past the post. A decent effort, but a couple of feet wide. Saive driving forward. Nice tackle by Jake Clark-Salter though. Picked off by Cheick Tiote. That was a poor pass. Out to Moussa Sissoko. Oh, could shoot here. Moussa has completely done me. And it's done me again. And scores. Oh, poor defending on my part. There's a great ball forward by Yeglin. And Sissoko heads it into the box. Davinson Sanchez can only put it behind. You may have noticed that there are a handful of players here at Newcastle that aren't there in real life. Obviously, earlier on in the series, I had to rebuild the save from scratch as I accidentally overwrote the save. And when I updated my own personal transfers, to do that, you have to use the default squads. And unfortunately, in those default squads, a handful of real-life transfers hadn't been put through yet. So that's why a number of players, at the top level especially, are noticeably at the wrong club. What a strike from Lozano. Very unlucky not to make that 3-1. So players like Henri Saive and Moussa Sissoko are still here at Newcastle rather than at Montpellier and Tottenham, for example, with those particular two. So unfortunately, a couple of players... I think someone pointed out in the comments section when I played Tottenham as well, the fact that Ryan Mason was still there at Tottenham and not at Hull, etc. So, is that a pen? It is. So it might be more noticeable this season in the Premier League with obviously the more high-profile transfers. Some of them might not have actually gone through in this save because of, like I say, having to rebuild with custom squads from the default squads that the game actually came out with back in September. So you will notice a couple of players at the clubs they shouldn't be at, but we are 4 seasons in now, so it doesn't really make much difference, to be completely honest. I'm quite happy to continue on with the things as they are, especially when you're 3-1 up away from home against Newcastle. They kind of destroyed themselves there. They were having a very good second half, got themselves a goal back through Moussa Sissoko, and were knocking on the door to try and get a second and equalise, but a poor challenge at the other end, and they've thrown away any chance of getting a point out of this. 3-1 we lead at St James's Park, and we are not very long now away from the full-time whistle. A couple for Lozano, really nice goal for Navarrete, and we're going to get all 3 points again. A few people have been saying in the comments section that they feel that it's an unrealistic season for me so far here in the Premier League. But I think after what Leicester did last year in real life, nothing is unrealistic anymore, to be completely honest. And if you cast your minds back, some of you may not even be old enough to remember, but oh God, it must be about 12, 13 years ago now, may even be a little bit longer than that. Ipswich got promoted from the Championship and ended up finishing 5th in the Premier League in their first season up in the top flight. So it isn't unheard of for a team to do what we're doing so far in this season. Like I say, I expect things to drop off later in the year, but for now, we could just continue to ride this wave. We are only 13 games in. There is still a long way to go. 25 games still to be played. We are a third of the way through the season. So everything will still change, and I'm certain that it will. But for now, I'm particularly happy with how things are going, and hopefully the majority of you guys are as well. I'm sure you can understand with the fact that our squad is as strong as it is, that we are having a very good season, and can acknowledge the fact that it isn't overly unrealistic for a team that is as strong as ours to be doing as well as we are, especially considering that things like this have happened in the past in real life. Obviously, you won't have seen squad or teams promoted from the Championship with a squad as strong as ours in their first year in the Premier League, but it's a video game. Who cares, really? Like, the whole point is to do really, really well in this series, and the fact that we are doing really, really well in this series surely is the main aim. It's a road to glory, and we've built a side that is really, really good and capable of finishing well inside the top half of the Premier League. We've got a game in hand on Everton and could go top even with a win in this next game that we've got here against Liverpool. We do face Everton in the next couple of weeks, in fact, the last game of the year and of the period before the transfer window. We face them again just a couple of weeks later as well. So it's all going on right now in the Premier League. I can understand the frustration from some of you that we are having such a good season here in the Premier League, but I'm really pleased with it. We've put a lot of effort into building this squad, and the team is very, very good. So I'm quite happy for things to continue as they are. I just thought I'd address that because there has been some discontent. Discontent, is that the right word? I don't know. There's been some differing opinions in the comment section over the past few videos, but I'm happy with the situation of the squad right now and the situation of the save. So if I'm happy, I don't see any reason why you guys shouldn't be happy either. I'm actually going to give Jeffrey Beer a game here because he's starting to complain that he isn't getting enough first-team football. I'm tempted to give Wiedemann a game actually on the right-hand side. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put Navarrete on the right. Lozano can play at cam, as I'll show you here. He can play at cam, so I'll put Lozano at cam, and then let's give Joel Asoro a game up top. And then let's put Jamie McLaren on the bench. Jamie McLaren and Joel Mason have both asked for a transfer away from the club in the upcoming January transfer window, as has Bailey Wright. So there is going to be some changing of the guard in the upcoming transfer window, and we've got plenty of money to spend as well to bring some fresh players in their place. So it's going to be all change in January with a number of players leaving and a number of players coming in, hopefully. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're going to concentrate on this Liverpool game now. Halliday out to Jeffrey Beer. Roussillon is on the overlap. He's doing well. I'm going to pull this back inside. I'll look for Beer first. Then there for Lozano. It's caught from behind and a free kick is given. It's a good position this for a free kick. Now, is there going to be a yellow card for the man? No, there's not. Navarrete is on it. Going to give it to Benyat though, because he's come very close to getting a free kick so far in this save. He's been very unlucky not to get one. But now he does. At last, we've been able to get Benyat a goal from a free kick. He's hit the woodwork. He's scraped the woodwork. He's had some saved in ridiculous fashion. And finally, Benyat scores one from the edge of the box. Cambridge 1, Liverpool 0. A mistake from the defender, giving away the free kick. And we've made them pay for that mistake. We lead early on again after the 4th minute. Here's Danny Ings into Lucas Leiva. Not renowned for his goal scoring. But he's showed good strength there. How he's still got the ball here, I'm not sure. Cole Stewart with the turn. Alright, well, Liverpool didn't wait long, did they? 1-1 after 8 minutes. Lucas with great strength to hold off Jake Clark-Salter. And I'll be honest, I was expecting Stewart to pass it off to someone. I didn't see that initial straight turn coming there. Great strength from Lucas there. Gets it into Stewart, and then he's just spun on it with a nice little Cruyff turn and slotted it home. Really good goal. Liverpool instantly back level. Lucas is just dominating things in this game so far. We just can't get the ball off him whenever he's in possession. Danny Ings, similarly, can't get the ball off him. What is going on? Gets away from me there, and he's looking to push into the box. He finds Sandro, draws a good save out of Cooper. It's not a very strong Liverpool side they've put out here. I'll quickly show you it. They are nowhere near the top of the table. They were down in 15th, I think it was, wasn't it? And you've got Karius Moreno, Lovren Ilori Klein, Leiva, Sandro Stewart, Ings Alexander-Arnold, Gini Wijnaldum. It's nowhere near a full-strength Liverpool starting lineup, just as it was nowhere near a Manchester City starting lineup when we played them. But City beat us, and Liverpool so far proving that they are equal to me in the opening 15 minutes at least. And actually, since I took the lead with that free kick, that pass was not meant to go there. It was meant to go all the way out wide. It's thrown it to Halliday again. It's twice I've tried to throw that to Navarrete and it hasn't gone to him. But yes, Liverpool have been my match throughout this game so far. It's been very, very difficult, despite the fact that it's actually a weak side that they're playing against me. I'm trying to pass that down the line. He just didn't want to kick it. Nathaniel Klein on the overlap here on the right-hand side. Cuts into the middle. Pass picked off. Sandro with the interception, but Jeffrey Beer takes it off him. Right, let's go for a counter-attack. Actually, let's just send Joel Asoro away. The wing-back push forward. Thiago Oyori stands me up well and puts in a good tackle. 22 minutes in. It's getting pretty stretched, this game now. Going from end to end. Possession changing hands frequently, but 1-1 is the scoreline. Hernan. Asoro is making the run. And that 99 pace, 99 acceleration is going to come in handy here. Lovely turn as well. Into Benyat. Core. He struck that with some venom. Karius gets the save, and it's over the top, lands on the top of the net and out for a corner. Navarrete to whip it in. It's a decent cross as well, and Lozano's up. Straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. This is a really entertaining game. Here's Lucas. Into... Whoa, what a block. No, it's dropped back to him. How spawny do you want to get? As if he's... I can't even. 2-1 Liverpool. It's a very good finish. It's a very good finish. But how it's popped back to him like that is just ridiculous. Bia into Asoro. Lozano. Over across Navarrete. I'm going to try and pull it back. And surely... No, it just is not enough power on the pass. Asoro, shoot! Or straight at Karius. That should have been 2-2. That really should have been 2-2. Lozano can get the touch and turn in here. Navarrete has got runners all around him. We'll go to Lozano, look for Asoro. I've got... Oh no, Jeffrey B arriving on the left, but I can't get it to him. Oh, this is infuriating. Especially the manner in which they got their equaliser. At least the game could give me as a little bit of luck as well. I can't squeeze that through with Lozano. Asoro will get it to Benya. Solid challenge from Dejan Lovren. Not even at the hour mark yet, and so much has happened in this game already. Benya into Asoro to Lozano. I want Asoro to rush forward, but there's not much space for him to do that at the minute. Jeffrey Beer will get this turn in, but Klein gets the tackle in. Alexander-Arnold into Lucas, and Liverpool look to counter on me. And they're doing so at pace, and this is causing me problems. Alexander-Arnold squares it across. It's 2-1 Liverpool. Danny Ings, 3-1 Liverpool, sorry. Danny Ings extends Liverpool's lead. I don't know where my defence went there. As soon as I say, oh, it's not unrealistic for us to be having a very good season, I'm getting battered by Liverpool. And he's just decided to hit this one hard. How have we ended up with one defender in the middle there, with two people on the far side, with not even another defender in the box? Laughable. Navarrete into Halliday, inside to Asoro, across to Lozano, to Berry, still trying to get himself back in this, or at least get one goal back, because goal difference might be important come the end of the season. I was very close to setting Lozano in there. Beniat will try and get it forward quickly again. Asoro to Lozano for a second time, to Asoro again, think that for Lozano, and he's in now. Oh, Karius makes a great reaction save. Asoro brings it down, spins, but can't get the shot off. I can't believe I jinxed myself. I go on this whole rant at the beginning of or in between Game 1 and Game 2 about how it's not unrealistic for me to be doing as well as I am in the league, and then I absolutely flop against Liverpool at home. I'm actually livid with myself. A 3-1 defeat, unfortunately, against Liverpool at home. Started off perfectly with a 1-0 lead after 4 minutes. Very even game as well, but we just didn't come out with the rub of the green that time. Never mind. Let's head into the third and final game of the episode. Roussillon into Navarrete. Back at the cam roll in this one for Navarrete. And Zedos back out on the right-hand side, who will try and use now with Roussillon. Get it back to the left back. Through there. Oh, could go in. Zedos. Oh my God. Was Lozano onside? He wasn't. Back heels it into the back of the net, but it was the wrong side of the line. He hadn't gotten back up again in time from his previous attempt to put the ball in the back of the net. Really nice finish. Slides in there. Shot comes in here off Navarrete, I think it is. And it cannons back off the goalkeeper. Back heels it in, but unfortunately, no goal. McBurney, picked off by Joel Mason, is having to come in here right back for Bradley Halliday, who's actually suspended for picking up a 5th yellow card. Benya into Navarrete, Ruben Loftus-Cheek pushing forward. Lozano's made a run that I can't use, so I'll have to go this way to Greco. Get back in there to Loftus-Cheek. This time I can use Lozano, and gives us a 1-0 lead. The old Anthony Lozano is back. He went through a spell without scoring, but now he's putting the ball in the back of the net on a relatively consistent basis again, which hopefully will help solve his homesickness. Hopefully. We'll have to wait and see, but it's 1-0 Cambridge after 11 minutes. Shadows in there to Navarrete. Loftus-Cheek cross here to Roussillon. Into Greco. Turns inside well, driving away from a couple of defenders. Navarrete's making a good run, and I'll look to slot him in. Navarrete for 2. Course, strike. He hit that very hard. Good save by the keeper again. Brigitte is keeping Swansea in this. We could be out of sight by now. Unfortunately, that corner wasn't very well. It's a strange attempted tackle. I'm going to pull this back here. It was meant for Lozano, but it was a terrible pass. And that was, what I thought, a terrible tackle, but apparently the referee didn't deem it a foul. Never mind. The Swans haven't been able to really cause me many problems at all so far in this game, and we keep knocking on the door looking for that second goal. It would be nice if Lozano actually made me a run, which he has finally done, and not only has he made a good run, but he's had a decent shot. Zedos will shrug off the defenders, then swing and miss at thin air. Joel Mason picks up the loose ball again though, pull that back for Lozano, and again, defender in the way. Oh, I'm trying to get this second goal, but it just won't come at the minute. Zedos trying to spin the defender, and he still can't get the shot off. Oh, this is infuriating. To Lozano. Across there into Loftus-Cheek. See the run being made on the far side, so we'll dink it out to Roussillon. Cut inside. Jamie McLaren has come short. He's only literally just come on the pitch. And Greco has run right into me there, which doesn't necessarily set up a decent move. But McLaren will wait for the ball there. I'm just going to try and work some space if I can, and then get this shot off. Oh, finish! Jamie McLaren does it again, comes off the bench, and that has flown into the top corner. I'll be honest, I thought it was going wide. I genuinely thought it was going wide as he drove across the box here and just tried to hit it back towards the side the goal he'd come from. But what a hit. Did it take a deflection? There was a lot of spin on the ball. Oh, it did. It took a big deflection off the defender, and it's flown into the top corner. That's very unlucky for Swansea. But to be fair, we got very unlucky against Liverpool and it ended up costing us a result. So I'm not going to be too sympathetic to Southampton, too sympathetic to Swansea, because finally we've got a bit of rub of the green ourselves. Hernan out to Zedos. Jamie McLaren has made the run. He's gotten there. And we're looking to get away from Kyle Bartley here. But turn inside. Well, that's a foul, surely. Thank you. Free kick. Should be a yellow card for Kyle Bartley here. He's captain for the day. The referee looks like he's going to go to his back pocket here. His team... It's not a red card. I'm sorry, that's not a red card. That's really harsh. It really shouldn't have been a red. That's particularly harsh. Right, who can take the free kick? Well, Benyat's gone off, so it's going to have to be Zedos here. See what we can do. Can we get a third? No. No, we cannot. Tabanu's just waited and waited and waited to get rid of that ball, and Zedos will square it here, and it's 3. McLaren's come off the bench and scored a brace. Maybe I should play Jamie McLaren more often. I mean, switching to the 4-2-3-1 has meant that we've not been able to give anywhere near as much first team football to Joel Asoro and Jamie McLaren as they got last year. Anthony Lozano has led the line for us so far this season, and led the line well, it has to be said. But Jamie McLaren has been barely involved at all and has come to me and said he wants to leave. But every time I call on him, he plays well and he could be in for a hat-trick here. If he scores a hat-trick after coming on off the bench, Jamie McLaren, why don't I play him? Jamie McLaren scores our 4th of the game off the bench in like the 70th minute to score a hat-trick. No, I'm going to check. I'm going to have a look at match... Is it under match facts? See, right, when did he come on? He came on the 71st minute. Oh no, that was his first goal. Well done, Ches. He came on in the 68th minute and he scored 71, 83, 87. So a 19-minute hat-trick for Jamie McLaren as a substitute. Remarkable. We've dominated this game. We do deserve a big victory. But I don't think it was a red card. We got fortunate with our second, with Jamie McLaren's first. But since then, well, it was already one-way traffic as it was. But since then, there was only ever going to be one winner as we've extended our lead. And with 2 minutes to go, we are 4-0 in front. There goes the final whistle. It's a 4-0 victory away from home against Swansea. We bounced back from that defeat against Liverpool in rather dramatic fashion. A hat-trick for Jamie McLaren. Congratulations, my man. Dominated the game in the snow. And after I jinxed myself with the first game, or with the second game, sorry, after the first game, we at least were able to get 3 points in the third and final game of the episode against Swansea. So I'm not too disheartened from that defeat against Liverpool, as much so as I was prior to that final game. That actually moves us top of the Premier League. Can't quite believe we are where we are. But for now, we're top of the Premier League. Oh well. we will continue on. Burnley with 9 points after 15 games. Arsenal, Everton, Manchester United and Chelsea all trying to chase us down. We're only top on goal difference. And Chelsea can come within a point of us should they win their game in hand. And Everton can actually go top again if they win their game in hand. So it won't last forever. I keep saying that. Every episode as we go on, I keep saying, well, this run won't last forever. And the run keeps going. People said the same thing about Leicester City last year. The run won't go on forever. And it kind of did. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. That's all for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.